everyone, today I'm going to show you how to shape these little roses and make these little roses using just circles like we started in the last video, how to shape and make flowers with just circles. And I had been working to try to get a rose, and I finally got it. And it's actually pretty simple. And then I'm going to show you a quick little how to make these little corner bookmarks, which I just found on a new site. And it is, let me give her name here. Hanny Tromp, and I thought she was very talented. And what's great about these is the way they're made. There's no seam, so it goes perfectly on the page, and it doesn't fall off. And I'm going to post her video because I want these to remain bookmark pages, so I want them flat. And I don't, I think these would be great in like a man journal. And I think they will be great for bookmarks, because like in recipe books or reference books or pages that you refer to a lot, and they're much prettier than little post-it notes, which is what I usually use. So I think these will make great little gifts and to tuck in cards and my whatnots. So I'm going to post her video, run through a quick how to make those because it was really simple. And then I'm going to do a little flip through here, show and tell of my latest kit, which is called Beauties. And I think these are just runoffs for color correction that I had extras of. But these are, this one, I love this page, I love this. I love the craftsmanship in the old commercial art. So these are music pages. And then here are the little envelopes, flippy envelope. I forget how many I have in there, I think 5. This little envelope, I didn't want to distort the image, so I just left it like that. But I love that. Love that. An old faded picture. And this kit has a lot of fun things in it. So I think I'll actually might do a journal with that for someone, but I don't know a lot of people that journal. So I usually make art journals because I know more people that draw and sketch and things like that. I don't personally journal because I don't have time, but I do a lot of paper crafting, cards and gifts and things like that. So let's get started. What you'll need from last time, I'm going to use my crochet hook, my embossing tool, pair of scissors. This time you'll need glue. We're not going to stitch these flowers together, and water. And I think last time I forgot to say I used wax thread, but that's what I use is wax thread. So just like before, let me zoom in a little here. Hopefully I'm going to go the right way. That's good. Okay. Just like before, you're going to take your circle, fold it once, this time twice, and you're going to need about 5 or 6 circles. And cut out your little petal shape. So you're going to need, I shouldn't say gonna, then you know what state I'm from. Anyway, you're going to need 4 or 5 of these. It depends how many ruffles you want in your rose. And you're going to try to make them different sizes and scale down a little bit as you go. So you want 2 to be almost the full size of the circle. And then cut down a little lower into your circle so your petal gets a little bit smaller. Three. I'll do 5. Just so we make sure we get a nice shaped rose. Pretty small. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I need another medium. So try to keep it large, medium, and then smaller. I'm reading the words in this book, and I just saw the word sexual, so I think I'm going to chop that off a little. That's why this book went for making tiny things. Wait, that just got screwed up. Making tiny things. So you can't read the words. And I bought it because of the title. And then it turned out to be pretty X-rated. And even worse, X-rated and violent and etc. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the last one, that's the only one that you're going to fold 3 times. Wait. Is it 1, 2? Yeah, 3 times to make your daisy type petal, because that will be your center. Okay. This one's your center. So again, I didn't, it's getting spring, so it's warm again down here, so I'm just going to spray the back and hope I don't overdo it. But like I said, usually I just put them on a damp towel. So you're going to want to shape the edges just like before. This one is mostly the same, except we're going to do a little something different at the end. Okay. It's really warm down here today. My craft room in my office is in the basement. Usually, no matter how much I turn up the heat, it's freezing. Although my craft room is the warmest. Room in the house. Then we're going to do a little flip because we want our roses to curl out. So we flip it over and then we go back. Oh, jeez, and this is too wet. I can feel it pulling. Okay, let me dry that before I try that again. Okay, not too much. See, that's why I use a paper towel. Because then you don't really overdo it. Just a damp paper towel and then they're perfect. Okay. This one I don't think is too wet. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's another, if it's too wet, you know when you get it, when you get a good curl. So then we flip. And we go back in. That way we have our perfect edge. Let's see if that one's gonna do better now. I hope so, because I need that big one. I don't know if I have any more pink book page. I hope this is going to be explanatory. Okay, and go well. Which time? 42 minutes. Yeah. Last time I ran out of time. And then I did say hello to everyone, and in the beginning of my video, and I was sliding my chair in over carpet as I was saying hello. So it looked really weird, so I had to edit it out. I hate this video production. And then what did I do? I auto adjusted the lighting in the editing and loaded it up. And when I saw it on YouTube, my hands looked purple. I mean, dark purple. Like I was a corpse. I'm not kidding. And it was because I think I need a little more ridgy thing there. More cup shape going on. It was because I adjusted the light and was playing around with the brightness, because I was filming in the other room where I have more room, a bigger table. I thought that would be better, because right now the tripod's right in front of me and it's taking up my whole table, so I had to move all my supplies. Because my craft excuse me, my craft table is not that wide. But in there, right next to me, is the studio, painting studio, where I have a much wider table. So I thought that would be better for the tripod. But then that presented other problems, because then I had to haul all my supplies in there back and forth, and then I wanted to show what I would use those type of flowers for, and then I ran out of space on my video because I wasn't paying attention to the time. So after the editing fiasco, I thought, well, I'm going to try a new video editor. And since we already pay a fortune For Adobe subscriptions, I might as well download Premiere Pro and try that. And then that was not as easy as what I usually use, which is just plain old iMovie. So 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm still watching video tutorials. And I was not happy. I don't, you know, I work I work 12 hours a day just as it is, so that's why usually my videos are just photo slides, because you know, I admire the people who do this, and I admire the people who have a great setup where it's easy that they can just do it all the time. But I just don't have the room in here to keep it set up all the time. And I'd rather craft than film, so it's going to be a little odd, but that's fine. It's getting shaped again. One, two, three, four. Almost done. Well, the center is going to be blue. I forgot I did 2 sides of that differently. I'm taking another drink of coffee here. And last time, if I looked super shaky, it's because when you make those flowers, let me see if I have one here. I don't know what I did with them. I threw them away, I think. So here we go. Okay. They're so, it's like trying to hold sand. You just can't do it without crunching them, and when they're partly still damp, it's even worse. Although it could have been from too much coffee, who knows. So this is going to be your center. So if I do get a little shaky, maybe it is the coffee, I don't know. But don't worry, I don't have some condition or something. And even though I'm not comfortable making videos, I'm not that nervous either, so. If you were wondering, but I notice every little thing. If I'm doing my photos and then I upload them and go to make a video, if there's one little speck of something on the paper where I took the photos, I notice it. kind of freak out. Because I like everything to be perfect. Okay. Okay. So, where's the biggest? I guess this one. To shape these, you take your scissors and you're going to cut part way. Just when you fold this, you see a little cross mark where the folds are. So you're going to cut down just to the center. And then you're going to fold that like so. Fold that in like so. So you see your little cup forming. And you're going to take a little dab of glue. Now, if you wanted to put these on a wire or a stem, you could poke a hole like we did the other ones, but I'm not going to. So there's your first little shape. And wait, I'm going to move this down up a little so I don't have so much of a glare for myself. There's your first little shape. How much time? 27 minutes. Got to move it here. So again, guess I'll use this one. I still have a large one. And I'm going to make another of the same thing. Put a little dab of glue on the back of the petal. Fold it in slightly. And there's your second little cup. So then when you arrange this, you're going to stagger these little cups, which this is where it's going to get fiddly. Stagger those little cups. So there's 1 and 2. Now we're moving into the smaller petals. Sorry. Again, put a little glue on the back. And we're going to go a little bit tighter. And then that is going to go in the cup. And we're getting smaller. But we do the same thing. Back of the petal. Fold it in a little tighter. And this is the part I doubt that's going to come out on camera very well. So see, that's a little smaller. And then that goes into the cup. One more. There's another little one. So we'll shape these more when we do the glue, and then they'll press down in better. Actually, I might not even need that last one. Usually I think I used 4 on this one and maybe 5 on this one. It just depends how, how big of a bud you want in the center. So I might not even need that one. Okay, this one's the same, except, let me find a line there that I can see. This one's the same, except you're going to twist the center so it's more like a little bud. You're just going to twist it one extra time, basically, till you make like a little cone shape, I guess is what you would say. Stay. Just hold it a minute till your glue stays, okay? I might put an extra dab there. See what I mean? This is when they get fiddly. Okay, so there's your little center. So we take our big rose, our big cup, I'm going to call it a cup. Put a dab of glue in the center. Arrange our petals where we want them. And give it a push. See how that's going? I hope you see how that's going. And then we just do the same thing. Put another dab. Arrange our petal where we want it. Give it another push in the center. Can you see that? I hope so. And you can still, I kind of lost my shape on that one a little bit. Are we going to need, I don't think we're going to need all of them. So you do your same thing, and actually I punctured that a little. Arrange it where you want it. Push it down. And the same thing. Now, if I were doing a wire, I would poke my holes and sew through the center. And actually, I would have liked that flower a little tighter in the center. probably too dry now, so I might make another, but that's fine. It's fine enough to show you the technique, and you'll know, you know, this one has a nice twisted center. So I wish that would have stayed twisted a little bit. Let me see. No, it's dry. So there's your little, see what I mean when you're trying to hold these? You can't, they're too delicate until they get all dry and stiff. So that's how you make a rose. Oh no, that's too big. Anyway, I might make another center to put in there because that's going to bother me. And then I don't have my heart here. But yeah, those again are for any three-dimensional project. So here are the leaves. Here are the leaves. And I just take a circle, cut it in half, fold it in half, and then go from one end to the other. Have a basic leaf shape. And this is so much easier than drawing leaves and drawing petals, and because every flower is basically a circle. So you already have your, I hope you saw me cut that. Let me get another one in case I wasn't in frame, I'm not paying attention. It's hard to watch two things at once, okay? So, there's your leaf. And then you would just do the same thing. I spray one side and work on the other, the same as Tim Holtz did. And then you can just shape whatever parts of the leaf you want to shape. And they all curl differently. So leaves are kind of like a box of chocolates. You never know exactly how it's going to curl. See what I mean? I'm going to get a fold there, which is fine. Just adds another little more dimension. But if you didn't want it, just take it back out. And that's how you you can also then flip them over and get a like this, you know, double curve. So that's how you shape roses from circles and make roses from circles. And I've seen people trying to create roses many times, and to me this is the easiest one I have ever come up with, and making flowers from circles, and next I'm going to try something like a zinnia or cone flower or something like that. So now I'm going to show you the easy way to make these. Well, the easy way. She did it the easy way. How simple these corners are. Just a second here. How many minutes left? 20 minutes, I think. No, 16 minutes. Okay. So you can make these any size. And here I have a little one left over from a top. So which paper are you gonna see the let me zoom back out here. Don't need. Don't need to be that close for this. So like her, I find my centers the same way. I can't be bothered measuring. So there is your, make a triangle, just like doing paper airplane, and which I won't do it this time. Okay, there we go. It's perfect, but okay, there's your triangle. Fold over, like so. And this is how, what's the word? Directionally challenged I am. It took me half an hour to figure out how she wasn't getting this to stick inside of her pocket. Because I'm like, well, you're putting glue there, and then you are doing the next part. How are you not getting glue inside your pocket? Well, it's because you're on the back side. That took me half an hour to figure that out. That's embarrassing. But I'm not surprised because you turn and then you cut off, and then you, if you cut straight like I did it, you can keep making them the whole way down the paper. And then you simply cut carefully along this edge and carefully along this edge. You do not want to cut into that triangle. And then I usually wait till the glue is dry, but you just snip a tiny sliver off this side. And voila, no glue in the center because the glue is against this because I flipped it. That took half an hour. Okay. But these are so great because, let me see if I can get a page here. This is my idea book in progress. And one thing I did find, make sure you glue the whole way or spread your glue so you don't get that little, you want it to be down completely. But these are so great because there's no seam. They don't get all wonky on the page. They don't get all wonky on the page. And they stay in place. They really do. Okay. There. You can't see that because now I'm too close. They stay in place when you flip the page. Because I tested them. So, yeah, for making even corner pockets, that's great because there's no seam. So everything just fits in there very nicely. So even for making a corner pocket, that's how I would do it from now on, because you know how it is when you get that little bead of glue and you don't get it perfect, then things don't sit nicely in your pocket. And I'm going to see if I can come up with another pocket where you kind of do the same thing. Probably, maybe she has the video. But again, her name was Hanny Tromp, and I'm going to post her video because she had hers decorated very nicely for junk journals. And this is my new Herbal Collage paper, which I might put a link to. And then you have your extra little triangles, which I don't know what I'm going to do with, but so that's today's video. Shaping roses, making leaves, and page corners, which I'm going to call them bookmark corners. Corner bookmarks is probably what maybe I'll put both titles. But anyway, thank you for watching. I'll try to come up with I only do videos when I think there's something I can add that isn't already out there, which is pretty hard to do considering the number of talented people doing videos. But unless I can come up with a way to make something, a process better, easier, faster, I don't see the point in doing another video unless you can add to the conversation. I'm not that chatty, and I'm not that entertaining, and I don't have that much to say in my daily life unless you want to hear about my cat or my work, or, you know, me sitting at the computer working 8 to 12 hours a day. There's, you know, I don't have a lot going on. So, although today is my birthday, so I'm getting a Mississippi mud cake my husband is making for me. So that would be the exception to the rule of my normal day. But thank you for watching, and if I can add anything to some crafter's life, I will do another video soon. until then, it will probably just be photos of my creations, so I don't take up too much of your time. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Thanks again. Bye.